What if the voice inside your head was never fully yours? Not as a metaphor, not as poetry, as a real spiritual possibility. What if some of the thoughts that feel most like you, your resentments, your cravings, your excuses, did not begin with you at all? What if they arrived slowly, over time, through forces that knew exactly how to enter a human soul without ever being noticed? That is what makes the 7 deadly sins so terrifying. They are not outdated religious warnings or dusty moral lessons from a dead world. At their deepest level, they are not even just bad behavior. They are modes of entry. If the 7 deadly sins were demons, they would not always look monstrous. They would look familiar. They would look persuasive. They would not attack you from the outside. They would move in quietly and teach you how to call them yourself. Let us begin with the first one, the sin that makes all the others easier to welcome: pride. If pride were a demon, it would not crawl. It would stand above you, beautiful, calm, and absolutely certain. Pride is not just arrogance. Pride is the sin that tells you nothing above you deserves reverence, that your judgment is enough. It does not tempt you with pleasure. It tempts you with self-worship. In the modern world, it calls itself independence and strength. Greed. Greed is the demon that never says enough. It does not just want wealth. It wants more than safety or purpose. It twists the desire for security into hunger without limit. Eventually, the thing you are chasing no longer matters. Only the accumulation does. Greed never fulfills its promise. It only teaches the soul how to stay hungry forever. Lust. If lust were a demon, it would be charming. It would not announce itself as destruction, but as freedom. Lust is what happens when desire loses reverence, when attraction becomes appetite, when another person becomes a function. It trains you to look at another person and see less than a person, to love nothing without trying to consume it. Envy may be the coldest demon of all. It does not need to possess. It only needs to compare. Envy looks at another person's joy or success and says, if I cannot have that, then I do not want them to have it either. Every scroll, every update. It feeds on comparison until another person's happiness starts to feel like a personal attack. Wrath. Wrath is the demon of destruction without wisdom. It begins when anger stops serving truth and starts serving annihilation. Once it takes over, you no longer want healing. You want damage, ruins, humiliation, pain. It disguises itself as moral clarity. It tells you your rage is not only justified, but righteous. Gluttony. If gluttony were a demon, it would be much bigger than hunger. It would be endless consumption of every kind: food, entertainment, noise, anything that fills the moment without nourishing the soul. It destroys through repetition. Gluttony is the demon of the bottomless mouth. It keeps swallowing and still feels empty. Sloth. Perhaps the quietest demon of all. Because sloth is not just laziness, it is the slow death of the will. It says, tomorrow, later, not yet, it doesn't matter. And you listen, until your life is surrendered in tiny installments. What do these 7 demons have in common? They disguise themselves as human normality. They don't look evil when they arrive. They know how to enter quietly, settle deeply, and convince you they were always part of you. Which of these 7 do you think is the most dangerous in the modern world? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoy dark symbolism and hidden meanings, subscribe. We explore the darkness here,